I'm live right now? Let me get my mic. I know. Okay, we ready, guys? Hi, guys, on Twitter. I hope everybody's tuned in. So let's get started. So I am Crypto Indio. I'm going to give my spiel because there's a couple new faces here. So I got started trading I got involved in Bitcoin and crypto in November 2017. I started to get wrecked. I started buying the top of a lot of stuff because I had no idea what I was doing. I thought it was like traditional stocks, and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy all these shit coins and, you know, just hold on to them and everything's going to be great and fantastic. And it wasn't, because then the market crashed shortly after. So I was like, there's no reason why I can't teach myself how to trade. And, you know, I kept seeing all these people posting about it. I was like, I can do that. Like, why can't I do it? So then I started trading, and then I started, you know, actually making a little bit of money here and there. So it was nice. And then I just, you know, started from there. And so the first thing I did to teach myself was I bought these two really awesome books. They're super cheap. I think I bought both of them used on eBay for like under 20 bucks. Everybody on Twitter always asks me what I use to learn to trade, and the Candlestick Charting for Dummies, and the Complete Idiot's Guide to Technical Analysis. So these are what I use. I go ahead and I read and I mark stuff that I find useful, and I saw different techniques that way. So that's kind of what helped me learn. And then of course I watched YouTube videos and all that fun stuff. But really what stuck with me is I would paper trade Bitcoin like every single day, and I would practice getting my entries and my exits and all that fun stuff. So that was something that really helped me too, because as I started paper trading, I saw that a lot of my calls became correct as far as calling bottoms, different bottoms with Bitcoin. Obviously, I wasn't able to call that huge big drop because, you know, I didn't know, but just little bottoms like short-term targets and, you know, shorter long-term targets. So, but yeah, so these books, super helpful. So if anybody wants to know they're these, I'll probably retweet my post, but yeah. Ernesto, did you want to talk and introduce your guys' self and what you guys do here, just so everybody knows?
Hey guys, me and my partner Stacy, we opened up Cryptospace. Basically, it's a physical brick and mortar exchange. So if you wanted to buy or sell any amount of crypto, any amount, you have instant settlements. So there's no 5 to 7 day waiting period. You open an account in 5 minutes and you get it right then and there. So we do that here. You can buy and sell all kinds of altcoins. We'll have like a crypto support desk where Ken helps us. Where's Ken? Oh. He's around here somewhere.
He's up there.
We'll help you set up your security, help you set up your ledgers, your computers, make sure help you secure all of the digital assets off an exchange in a safe way. So we do that here, and also the space for meetups like Wendy.
Yeah.
And we have other people that have meetups here throughout the weekend.
You guys do one about mining sometimes too?
Yeah, there's
okay.
a mining meetup on Tuesdays, and then Ken has different subjects on Wednesdays. Like we just had one on stable coins, another one on intro to crypto. So every Wednesday is going to be a different topic, more of the entry level. Then Wendy's doing our trading on Thursdays. Every night of the week we'll have different meetups. If you have your own meetup that you want to do, our space is available to you. We just want to support the crypto community and let you know that you have a home. And if you actually have a crypto business, you can work out of here like at a WeWork. You can have a desk up there, run your business, use a conference room, get mail here the whole day. So this place is actually here for you guys and anything you want to do. And if you like what we do and you want to use the ATM or use our services, you can. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. We're here. This space is for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us and allowing us to do here. It's always fun. Okay, so what are we going to talk about tonight? So one of the things I like to do, I like to have this as an open forum. I like to do a lot of QA. So if I'm talking about something that doesn't make sense to you, interrupt and interject and correct me. Or I want to know what you guys, like I want to learn stuff from you guys as well. So we can keep it open, but I really just want to keep it as an open discussion, open forum. Like I will probably do coin requests if we have time and all that stuff. But yeah, if there's something that you want to know or there's a topic you want to cover, we can go ahead and do it that way, because I don't want to just sit up here and lecture, because I don't think that that's fun. And yes, go ahead. Of course you can. Yeah, or just yell at me. That's fine too. But yeah, just go ahead and interject, because it's fun that way. And you know, so, but as far as, I know most of you here, but as far as people's trading experience, do you trade at all? Okay, so you know about support and resistance lines and trend lines and, okay. And then you, Benjamin, right? You're just here kind of just to check it out and see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, and this is the perfect place because we don't even, like, obviously this is a TA, it's like a trading basics meetup, but if the conversation if we start talking about something else, like coin market cap or like what's going on right now or ETFs, like that's really important too because all of that actually affects TA because there's always inorganic pumps and stuff that happen as well. So, but yeah, so does anybody have any questions or is there a specific topic you guys want to talk about to start? Huh? Okay, you'll hold. Okay. So you had. Yeah, I was at Blockchain Beach.
How was it? You couldn't make it?
What? Oh. Oh gosh. Yeah. No, it was really fun. That you helped host those events, right, Gaston?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about Blockchain Beach at all, or? No.
You don't sign autographs.
Oh, you don't sign autographs? Okay. Okay. No, it was a really fun.
What was it about?
So they had a panel of people that did like devs and stuff for gaming tokens and gamification, which was really cool because that's a whole nother aspect of crypto because it's super, super important. And
Yeah, Call of Duty did.
oh,
The only game I know of. Oh, yeah.
okay.
Token was there. Yeah, well,
Yeah, you guys had a really good panel, and then I forgot who it was, but somebody went off on somebody and said the F word. I was like laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, it was funny. But it was really cool because they're like the tickets for their events are like $20, and they're literally like mini conferences. So you get to talk and you get to network and meet other people, and I don't know. I think they're really awesome. And then you guys are going to be doing them once a month now, right? We'll see. Okay. Okay. So yeah, no, it was fun, and yeah, I'll be at the next one definitely, and hopefully I'll be on a panel. Okay, so, and then you had a question about coin market cap, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go to coin market cap. Okay, and then what was your question? Like,
The question was like, how do you find a coin?
like coins that you want to invest in?
You want to trade, yeah. So, I mean, I've looked at many videos on YouTube and stuff, and most of them, what they're doing, like if you do, for example, like the first 100, and what they do, they go on the exchange from the wallet.
What is it? Where is that at? This one?
24-hour the percentage.
This one? I can't see it.
Right.
On the right. Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, this one. So they click on change,
Okay.
and you get like all the look at the top. You get
Oh.
So see, you have
Oh,
like
okay.
30%.
Okay.
Technically, you should follow the crypto. You know that guy's gonna go down at some point.
Exactly.
And if you click again on change, here we go. So for example, if you have one that's like minus 15 or minus 20, it's one of the first 10.
Right.
Like I don't know, like
That's a really.
whatever.
That's good.
You know that guy is gonna go back up.
Right.
That's exactly what happened yesterday. So that's what they're asking is how do you do it? I know a lot of people I'm not sure if you do that idea or strategy.
Okay. So I do a little bit differently because my mentor taught me differently, and it's probably not the best way to do it. But I look at like page 8 stuff, like the really risky stuff, because I like all the crazy shit coins because I am the shitcoin whisperer. Thank you, Shill Gates. Yeah, I am the shitcoin whisperer. So that's what I do. I like. They're all shitcoins. It's just funny to say it because.
Maybe they were like levels.
No, I mean to be honest, they're still so super early in crypto that I don't know. I'm giving a lot of these projects like chances because I feel like small businesses, there's so many small businesses that enter the market and a lot of them don't succeed. So I mean that's where we are with crypto. Like all these coins are all small businesses, and you know what is the percentage that most of them don't succeed? Like 90% or something ridiculous. Like they don't succeed. So I don't know. I mean we're still early and yeah. What happened?
I think we just had that ratio on ICOs.
Yeah.
I basically do the same thing, except for I don't put coin market cap because, for example, I don't trade on
Okay.
So I go to the exchange I'm on, and they do the same thing.
Yeah, they do the
I
same
go
with
to the market, I look at the sales points of the day.
So you go like to Binance or?
Exactly. And then I turn it upside down and go to negatives. Same idea though. Another thing you can do on CoinMarketCap is you click view all.
Well, now Binance got that live. They got Binance Info live.
Oh, they do?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
nice.
just, like, did that 2 days ago.
So then you can take a little bit longer to
Yeah, I don't know what's
but
happening.
instead of a week.
I think it's that one that says
Yeah,
info.
just go
Coin
to
is
the
never a
home.
week.
For which one? For Binance or?
Yeah, the Binance.
Okay.
And then you see
Oh, yeah.
the bottom, you know, BTC
There you go, yeah. And now those are
Oh, I see, I see.
And if you click on 24 shares,
Click on, put at the top.
Okay, right here?
Keep going all the way to the top.
Uh-huh.
Click on info.
Yeah, the info.
I'm so bad. Okay, I see it.
This is live.
Yeah, they got it live now.
brand dope.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. So then you go to 24-hour change?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
And these coins here with this one, they're live. That's the point. They're not just Binance.
Okay.
So
It's like
that's
CoinMarketCap live.
Oh, really?
This is the
That's
whole
awesome.
thing. This is for the whole thing.
Yeah. All the main like thousands.
Nice. That's cool. I did. That's something I learned. I didn't know that.
Oh,
Came out last night.
and you see it on
They're getting
Binance.
ready for their decentralized.
So how do you know if you're on Binance? Like 24 hours holding Binance, you have nothing.
This one right here. Oh, so these are the ones that are just listed on Binance, right? The 20.
They're not
The whole
listed.
thing, that's total market.
Oh, okay.
Because you
But
see,
yeah, you see that they don't have a 24-hour value.
Oh, it has
Yeah. So that one. So I guess the ones that have like the 2.10 million, that would be like the Binance coin, right? Okay. So that's cool. That's really awesome. I never knew that. So.
I mean, you can't trade on it. And left.
Right. But still, though, that's really cool. I didn't know that, so that's awesome. Yeah, but yeah, cool.
Which changes are you looking
Everyone.
But which ones do you really use?
Right now, I use Coin Exchange. I use KuCoin. I use OneFox occasionally, and I use Binance.
What was the last second? The last one?
OneFox or Coin Exchange. OneFox you can margin trade for that's legal in the United States. I believe it's up to 25%. But yeah, but it's legal. You don't have to use a VPN. What?
Why are you not using BitMEX and 100X?
Why? Because I am a degen, but I'm not as because that's really risky, and I'm not that good yet. And it's not legal.
It's not that good?
It's not legal.
What is it?
Next is not legal?
In the United States, it's not.
You have to have a VPN.
You need to.
have a VPN.
I have multiple VPNs, but
Do it, Wendy.
yeah, do those Bollinger Bands back and forth, bounce, bounce, bounce. But yeah, and I like OneFox. It's really cool. Okay. Any other questions about this kind of stuff or stuff that's well, it's important to TA because it affects and it's important, but no, yes.
So the next step is the TA.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I found a coin. Now what?
Okay, so what coin do you want? What coin? Anybody have a coin request? Huh?
Factor.
Factum. Factum. Okay, let's go to Coinigy because we love Coinigy because they have all the shit coins there.
FCT, I think.
What is it? Oh, FCT. Okay, so this is on. Yeah, this one's a 1 hour. So let's go to the 1 day. All right.
It didn't die. It still has support.
Yeah, it's literally at bottom.
That's better than most coins right now.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
What's the surrender?
How many satoshis is trading?
96998. Okay. Oh darn. All right. So, and I guess when I can do a week. Let's see what a week looks like. When I find a coin that I want to enter, or if I'm doing a coin request or whatever it is, I always go back to the largest time or the longest time frame, like the oldest one, because it gives you. I like to draw a lot of my major support and resistances there because price reacts really well to those, and then I'll do like my fib and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so this one is actually, it's not at it hasn't completely calculated yet because you have that one wick that's there. Yes.
How long ago was
This large spike was, this one was June.
That was this year.
That's what it says. It says 612. Yeah.
2017.
2017. Oh, last year. Yeah, I'm like, June, no. Let's go to CoinMarketCap and look at it.
So that was 2017.
Last year, yeah.
And that fall.
Yeah, that was this year. That was crazy.
Yeah, so let's see what it did in December, just out of curiosity.
Maybe it runs opposite of the market.
Yeah, look at it is actually, that's a good call because look at in December, it peaked up a little bit, but not even anywhere near the all-time high.
What is this? What is the product?
The product, what kind of coin is it?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Oh, you don't know any of the FA on it? No.
Just
About 9 months ago.
9 months ago, okay. Okay,
Bought it at 23.
okay. All right. So, what was I going to say that I totally spaced on and I forgot? Oh no, I wanted to go to CoinMarketCap and check something.
The CoinGecko gives away more detail about the project.
CoinGecko?
Yes.
Okay. We can go there and look, as I've never...
It gives you some sort of understanding of what's going on there.
Okay, so let's go there. So it's like a CoinMarketCap, but not?
So when you click, it tells you all about the coin, how it's been developed, and the presence on social media. How it's
gives you more info.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's cool. Okay, so it's got a little bit different type of chart than, this actually reminds me of like a stock chart.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it tells you the prices down here? Okay. Oh, that's cool that's really cool.
See, it tells you the sentiment.
Oh, okay. So this is it's almost like a morning star for crypto, essentially. Okay, that's cool. Do you guys know what Morningstar is?
See how many forks they do. When was the last fork?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Morningstar is like for traditional investments. They have like bonds and all that really
Is it the
boring
coin is
stuff.
active and it's been developed and how often, how many people is following.
Oh, this is like a lot like them. Okay. And so then people talk about it and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. So Adrian, that's where you can check your FA. It's CoinGecko. Yeah. Okay. So, all right, let's go back here. So, yeah, so this is the coin. Oh, I wanted to go on CoinMarketCap and see. One of the things I look for is I like to look at where they are on like the bigger picture because CoinMarketCap does a really good job of showing the chart that way. So this one here is literally like, I mean, even from looking here, we can see that it's like completely almost calculated like most of our other coins currently. So any of the charts we go over tonight or we look at, they're not going to be pretty and there might not be a lot of room for profit. But what we can do is maybe we can go on CoinMarketCap and pick the biggest loser and see if we can tell if it's going to bounce or not. Do you want to do that instead? Yeah. That might be better because this one looks, I mean, one thing I can say about this is, just by looking at the indicators really quick, is that the RSI is completely
Oversold, right?
Yeah, it's almost calculated in oversold, and once it hits the bottom here, it should start bouncing. But another good thing, a bullish thing, is that the Stoch RSI, and I believe that this is correct, that RSI measures price and Stoch RSI measures RSI, which is good, but I forgot who I was talking to, but we said that the Stoch moves, or the regular RSI moves faster than the Stoch RSI, so that's why it's good to see both. So I actually I got rid of the MACD for a little bit, and I wanted just to try using the regular RSI and the Stoch RSI just to see if it was going to help me a little bit, because I'm noticing on a lot of coin projects when I'm doing TA, I'm noticing that MACD and the Stoch are conflicting, and I get it, but at the same time too, I want to see. To me right now, this is making more sense when I see when I see the RSI and the Stoch RSI. Because if the RSI has already bottomed out because it moves faster and the Stoch is heading there, then I know that it's going to end up bouncing soon. I just have to wait for the Stoch RSI to get to oversold or get somewhere close. So you look confused. Are you thinking?
Play with my hair.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Thinking.
thinking here.
I was thinking the volume, if you were to pop the volume on there,
Yes.
probably slide it right underneath the Stoch RSI.
On the Stoch?
Because that pattern of the volatility looks like it's representing the volume going in and out.
Yeah.
So that pump that was what was that?
This one here?
Not the huge one. The other one has all the volume.
Yeah, look at that volume.
And then it's totally diminished now.
Right.
Which makes sense because the RSI is pegged out at 0.
Right.
Means there's really nothing going on. It's ready to pop. We just don't know when.
Yeah. Or
Since it's already at the lowest support, we don't know anything below that to give us a reference point.
right.
Which means it's based on Bitcoin.
Right. Bitcoin price action. Yeah.
Right? When Bitcoin reaches 10 grand, then that's going to finally pop.
So do you think some of these projects that are some of these smaller projects? Let's see what number it is on CoinMarketCap. I'm curious. They are. Oh, they're 114. Okay, I thought this was like a page 8 thing because of like whatever. But do you think some of the projects like on page 8, like those types of ones, do you think that those are really controlled by market makers? That somebody is accumulating like a crazy person in these areas here, and that all these little pumps are doing that to drive the price up and then dropping it back down and then to accumulation levels, or?
Well, I know that there's groups on Telegram that have 200,000 to 500,000 people.
Right.
And one person is rather anonymous, but they're basically a coin caller.
Okay.
Making calls, and people follow him because they don't have enough time to do all the TA themselves.
Right.
So somebody who's successful creates pumps, and there's 20 to 25% pump for whatever coin. Today was FRX on Binance at 9:30 a.m. exactly.
Oh, okay.
So you know that there's pumps going on.
Okay.
But I don't think people hold on to the FA, the news cycle, and then the use case like a really important thing as much as we would hope.
Right.
They're in it for the money.
So they just do, yeah. So just the regular
They don't
pumping
pump
of.
the coin
Right.
because they love to top the project.
They just from the money.
They
Okay.
pump it because even if they're a whale, I don't think they would pump something exact number.
But you don't think that they would pump it and then like have it just to kind of have people start selling and like make it calculate so that they can bring it down to those levels, like the super cheap levels for accumulation, or?
Yeah, I mean that's idealistically that's how a pump would work for a whale. Is they would milk the less savvy investors for some of their coin because they pumped it and they got in at that pump phase.
Okay.
But the reversal is controlled by the whale.
Okay.
When they dump. So they can control when the pump ends. And as long as they can go for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. I think when the market was doing great, the pumps would last a couple hours.
Right.
Now they last literally less than 30 minutes. And that's it.
That makes
That's all
sense.
the excitement there is for
I-
that particular moment.
I know.
The nice thing is though, if you've done your TA, you've already in that coin maybe 3 days before that, and you were just holding it. And
Right.
then you got to experience that pump. It sold at your points, and maybe you didn't maximize it, but you got out.
Right.
Which is fun because that's how you accumulate for Bitcoin. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be day traders, but swing traders can go for a couple weeks and it's no big deal.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I love it so much.
Yeah.
Did you have something to say, Gaston?
Yeah, at the last meetup at Golden Road, I met a guy who dumped all his Bitcoin for 2 shit coins, and he's just waiting for them to go on Binance and get out.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's people who play that card.
Yeah, that's a good card too. You just have to be patient and wait.
That's a long wait.
I know.
Bitcoin might take off on you, and it might not make Binance. I think there's still a lot of greed for people coming in,
Right.
rather than this is a revolution.
It is a revolution. It's
And,
exciting.
you know, that's definitely one of the problems. But you know, people want to play it that way. People want to play it that way. Can't really tell them not to.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go to CoinMarketCap and I'm gonna get the biggest. We said the biggest loser, right? And we're gonna see if we can spot any sort of like positive price action, because yeah,
Although right now they're not really busy.
there's like, yeah, it's so hard. I'm just like looking at my portfolio and even the stuff I thought I got good entries on. I'm like, oh man, this sucks. But you know, it's part of the. Oh, here we go. Or we can do it here.
Biggest loser out of the top 100.
No, this is, oh no, let's go back to CoinMarketCap.
You can look that other page.
Oh, pre-search.
Okay.
Where do I go in?
Trending gainers and losers.
Oh, where, how do I get to the,
Bitcoin market cap?
Trending.
oh, there we
You wanna
go.
see all of them?
Yeah, let's just see,
You will?
yeah, let's just see what the biggest loser was.
Right now, it's only on the top 100. Though.
Oh, is it?
Click you all on the right.
Okay.
Yeah, click view all.
Yeah, let's-
Now you can see a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's,
User from.
Just takes a little bit to load.
and then all, or,
On
No,
the far right,
90,
click
1 hour,
percentage
24 hour, or
okay, if my computer loads.
yeah, it takes a while to do something.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, where you have do it as a percentage.
Can you try night mode?
Yes.
See if it shows up better.
For, on, which one?
Um, This is CoinMarketCap. There's
Right.
a night mode.
Okay, is that here?
It's right there at the top right.
See
With
that
the
little
moon.
night thing?
Oh,
Yeah, moon thing.
It's gonna take a little bit.
there we go.
Okay, got it. Throw it
So
on the night mode.
you want the percentage,
You can click the 24 hour.
Okay,
you have the percentage. You only get it rolling if you want to hold 7 days.
Yeah.
See where you have the red, green, red?
yeah, yeah, this?
Yeah, here you go. One on the right.
This one?
That one, there we go.
Okay, perfect.
And it takes a second.
Okay, so let's wait.
Like 1600.
1600.
Yeah, and there keeps being more.
That's the
Okay.
worst one, so-
All right, so that one is, we're gonna, wow.
Going deep down
Pick
now.
one with some volume.
With some
Yeah.
volume? Okay. So let's do, should we go by volume? But it'll switch it, right?
Yeah, let's switch.
Should we do, what about OP coin? Is that what, no, this is OP. Yes.
I just noticed something. Bitcoin is made of multiple coins?
No, Bitcoin is one coin. But
Bitcoin is one.
yeah, but what it is the reason why it looks like that is because like a lot of these coins, we use Bitcoin as a trading pair to trade these other coins.
So you have to go through Bitcoin in order to trade.
Yeah,
Essentially.
you can buy any of the
It's
other
getting easier now.
cash.
Yeah.
You have to use Bitcoin.
Can you just buy Bitcoin and they won't? So like, I'm seeing like a funnel, and like everything has to pass through that gate.
Yeah.
So like, why are people buying things before it hits the gate?
Well, I think that they're buying a lot of these other coins, these altcoins, because a lot of them have use cases, or the teams are saying, hey, we're going to create this coin because we want to do supply chain management, or we want to put like real estate on the blockchain, or different things. So that's why people are buying these coins, is because they like the project, or they like what the project stands for. If that,
So if I buy Bitcoin, it doesn't matter how volatile this is because it hasn't hit the gate yet. I mean, like, if I bought like 2 shares of Bitcoin, right?
okay.
Each share is like 100.
Well, with Bitcoin, you can buy, like right now, Bitcoin, the price is, I believe, like 6,200 or something, and you don't have to buy a whole entire Bitcoin, unlike stocks. With stocks, if you want to buy a share, you have to buy like one whole share, if I'm correct. But with Bitcoin, let's say you only want to buy $100 worth, you can own a percentage of a Bitcoin.
But these other coins, does it affect the value of that coin?
Bitcoin affects the value of them.
Yeah.
Like Bitcoin is king. Anytime Bitcoin drops or it pumps or goes sideways, it affects all the other altcoins, because it's essentially, I don't want to say Bitcoin is a market maker, but essentially it does dictate the market as to what these other coins are doing.
So the other coins don't affect Bitcoin.
No.
Not,
they don't
yeah.
affect-
Yeah.
They need to individualize themselves, but that's what they're doing.
Yeah, we're still so early, like super, super early.
All the entire market of thousands of companies and their projects. If all of those coins and Bitcoin were just a pool of water, Bitcoin is half that water. Which means all the money, total market, half of it is Bitcoin. Which means the rest is spread out over 2,000 companies. So if it doesn't pass through the gate, as you call it, then literally there is no cryptocurrency. Because it's big.
And another thing too is there's a lot of other projects, like other like startups, essentially, like ICOs or other coins that are like super small projects that aren't even listed on CoinMarketCap yet. So there's a lot of other projects out there. So, but yeah. Okay, so do you guys want to? What looks good? Does this volume? Or no, that's the circulating supply. Duh. There's Oof. This might not be a good idea. Should we just do the top
I
100?
have a position going
One
on.
that has big volume. That has
I
like
have a
$100
position going on
million.
GNP right now.
GNT?
Yes.
Okay. Is it?
Mhm.
I can zoom here. Okay. Okay, so this might not be. It's, okay, this might not be a good way to do it. So, oh, there it goes. Yeah, there's too much data here. Okay, so we'll just do. I'll just take a coin request. So you want to do GNT? Okay. Because unless there's another one, do you know anything that's like really dumped hard today? Anything offhand? Dash? Let's do Dash then because.
They get popped again for this thing.
Okay, let's see. Let's check out Dash and see what's going on with Dash. Let's see if I can find a decent entry here. Okay. So it actually still has room to fall. So.
It's under the Bollinger.
Huh? Yeah, it's pinching the Bollinger Band here, but it has like the way that I'm looking at all these altcoins right now is I'm looking to see exactly where pure bottom is because our Bitcoin market sentiment is so bearish that prices are still falling like crazy.
What's your time on that chart?
Oh, this one is the 1 week.
1 week?
Yeah, so generally because our market is still generally new, like we can do 2 weeks and you can, because Dash is an older, well not too old, but you can do 2 weeks, but me personally, I just like to kind of stick with what I know, what I'm comfortable with, and 1 week is good for me. And it kind of shows you all this little price action here, all these little pumps that we had. But yeah, to me, I feel like it still has room to fall because one of the key indicators that I see that's extremely bearish right off the gate is a Bollinger Band, the MA line, that's pointing downward. And there's no tick in it. There's no sense that it's going to pop back up. It's just really bearish, and it's just like it looks like it's going to continue to drop. So the first thing that I would do is I go to the fib retracement and I'll go down to, I guess, the lowest candle body, and then I'll pull it up to the highest candle body. And then let me just flip this. Is this hard for you guys to see with all the colors? You want me to put it white? Yes.
I was wondering when the highest spike.
Oh, the highest spike was actually March of 2017.
Why is it around 17? Is it because of Trump?
You know, I wasn't in crypto.
That's when they got an Apple deal.
Oh, okay. Gaston knows. Yeah, so, yeah. But I mean, even though it did drop down, it held really well at this point over here, at this 0.618 fib line, which is really cool. For the most part, it held. So that's good. But let me go ahead and switch this to white. Okay. So even though we're pinched at the Bollinger Band, I'm not going to be expecting to bounce right away. The reason why is I don't think that the regular RSI has completely calculated. I still feel that it has a way to go. It hasn't really reached the 30 mark here, like it has over in this area. Unless I see an upward tick on the regular RSI, I'm going to expect it to drop down a little bit more just because of the market sentiment. Will it drop all the way down here that it did when it originally was listed? I don't think so. But right now, I still would expect this one to drop a little bit just by looking at the weekly. And then the regular, the Stoch RSI, it looks like it's going to bounce because it has hit oversold, and it looks like we have a bull cross going on. But I don't think it's going to bounce until the regular RSI decides kind of where it wants to go. So I think that it's going to hold fairly well at the 0.786 line before we bounce. I don't think it's going to drop necessarily below that yet. But what I would do is I would draw like a support box just to kind of give me an idea of if it does break, where it might land on the 1 week, and then I would go through my other time frames and kind of see how that lines up. And then Zach, you said the most important, which one was or what fib support was the most important?
0.382 and 0.618. The channel that runs between them for most of the trading activity occurs
Okay.
on any time cycle.
Okay.
On a week, on a day, on a minute, it's all the same. So since it's underneath 0.618, it's now below what should be a support line. You can see it bounce there,
Right.
and then it's just been trailing down, 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 down.
Right.
So 0.786 is not a support line unless you count backwards.
Okay.
How many highs in the past were that line, which looks like 1, 2, 3. So you have 3 support lines in the distant past that now support where it might come down through. It probably will bounce there.
Right. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of the alts that I'm seeing, that they kind of stop there and they're not really doing anything. Like that seems to be like their capulation. But then there's some other ones that I'm seeing that are going down a little bit more. So yeah, like I think it was Ethereum that I drew today, and it actually looks really similar to this one. And I was actually going to make a little video on it because I wanted to point out a couple things, because it was Ethereum and it was the one week, but it literally looks identical to this. And what I wanted to talk about was that this Bollinger Band cloud, the opening, is literally hanging out on the 0.5 line, like the high. It's just like chilling there, and that would give me, like, if I thought that this one was going to pump, that would give me like essentially a target as to where it would go. So it's yeah, and I just think it's so crazy how it's just kind of sitting there. And another thing I wanted to point out is that our MA line is essentially sitting super close to the 0.618 fib line. It just stopped there. And so that to me tells me that that's a really, really important resistance area there, even if I knew nothing about fibs, but I'm seeing that, I'm seeing how well price reacts. And then the other thing was that the Bollinger Band cloud, the bottom part has stopped, like essentially here at 0.786. Yeah, they're all lining up, so it's really cool to see that, because people are like, oh, TA doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. But it's math, and everything's...
Why do you think it lines up so well?
Because it's math.
Okay, well, but why would Dash didn't line up so well?
I don't know, to be honest. I just know I looked at the Ethereum chart because it was one of my coin requests, and it literally is like the same exact pattern, but everything is lining up perfect. But I know you can explain why.
It's not that hard, it's because of the volume.
This is the volume?
Because it's so big. South Americans are starting to adopt it. It's way bigger than in shitcoin.
Right.
And so there's so much more volume, and it's a little tiny bit more stable, even though it's crashing.
Right.
It's a little more stable, and that's what's beautiful. If you were to take this TA stuff over to the regular stock market, it's amazingly awesome. Even more accurate than here, because those volumes are even bigger.
Right.
I think volume has a lot to do with it.
You do too. You think that volume reacts really well with the fib support, or
Yeah, because
the
when
fib
there's more
traces?
people trading and more volume entering and exiting the market, you get a more representative flow of pressure and resistance.
Okay.
And so I think you get those lines become more relevant.
Interesting. I'm probably gonna have to start doing some forex now.
You have to do like a skit, like puppets.
Yeah, I'll come back to crypto in the bull market, because I'm like just accumulating right now, and I'm like,
I wish we could buy that and pretend that it's going to pop right back to the center line, but
Yeah.
we're talking months and months.
yeah, especially because this one is a weekly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I really wanted to point that out. And then also too, another thing I saw that I'm like, the same thing with the Ethereum chart, is that over here, this Bitcoin, or excuse me, the Dash cloud line, or the Bollinger Band cloud line, it's literally right here on the fib resistance. It's literally right there. Like, if I don't know if you guys can see it on the live stream, but it's literally like right here, and it's just chilling there. And it's like we came up here a little bit and we popped back down, and we finally did break out over here. But yeah, it's really, and then especially too, like this line over here, we have our beautiful green candle that popped up, and the nice little wick, it literally stops like right here. And so yeah. So let me go to the next time frame, the 1 day. Oh God, this is ugly. Do you guys see this? it is like so ugly. It's it is like,
The top of a stegosaurus.
yeah, it literally like this like puts the Bart pattern to shame because it's like it is so bad. So yeah, this is really bad here because the Bollinger Band is like literally on a crazy downtrend here. Like there's just no, there's no stopping it right now. I mean, I would even imagine like what this is our low over here. Just by looking at the 1 day, I would expect it to continue to drop because we're having trouble like I use the Bollinger Band, the MA line in the middle. I use this as a support, or excuse me, as a resistance line and support depending on what the chart looks like. Yes.
What happens when it completely falls? Does the big fish eat a little fish? Or does like, because I heard of like companies taking over like Verizon Mod, I forgot, it's like a communications company.
Right.
But everybody who had communication stock,
Right.
they went over to Verizon and they shot. So how does that work?
So these ones are not, I guess essentially, like right now, I don't know, I don't have a good answer for that. Nobody's buying anybody, like nobody's like merging with anybody else
There's
yet.
no mergers and acquisitions on crypto.
There
Yes.
is one.
Not yet. Oh, is there?
There is one trying to happen.
Which,
Somebody's trying to buy salt.
who is?
I forgot.
That's why they had to be registered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard some shady stuff
I don't
about.
know how that works. It's not like stock, you know?
Who was trying? Are they trying to merge it or?
So they were trying to buy their assets.
Oh, because they had their lending platform, right?
They have a lending platform, again, trying to get bought by another lending platform.
I mean, that would make sense because there's actual value to it. But I know with dead projects, normally they just like sit on the exchange and like people do fun stuff with them. I guess I don't know. Yeah, they kind of sit there and you'll see these crazy like little pumps and out of nowhere. So, but yeah, no, that's interesting. I don't know. So for
But if you see the volume when you are going closer, see the volume line, it's going down, kind of following the trend.
but yeah, it is.
And but all the way to the first big pump up there, if you see, if you go close from the first spike,
This one?
no, from the right side. Keep going to the right, that one.
This one?
If you go close from there all the way to the bottom, you will see that the volume has been decreasing since then.
Yeah, they know that's true. Let me see.
Go close. Zoom in.
Right,
See these? It's in that downhill.
right. But you still have those. Do you take into account these ones, these big pumps?
No,
No.
no, the whole trend line for the volume is going down.
Okay. They say, does anybody know about OBVs at all? I should have brought my thing about it. But basically, oh, you're so stupid. About OBVs, and like basically they're saying, I don't want to say it because I don't know, but they're saying that you can find like divergences on the volume and like using the different indicators and stuff, and it'll tell you when you're going to get like some kind of price action. So I guess you can say, I don't know, let me see. Can I see this one is going up and this one? I don't even know if you would call this a divergence because I don't know what this part would be here, because it would probably break. If you drew like a support, like a trend line, like from here to here, it would probably break it because I don't know. I don't know enough about them to really talk. Does anybody use divergences at all? So I'll probably read up about them and get them down and then teach them next week, because I have like a little cheat sheet that I use, but I don't have them memorized and I don't know them well enough to talk about it. But anyways, so with Dash, we're like completely going down, which is fine. Because if you like Dash and you want
You
to,
can short it, right?
can you short on BitMEX? Dash? Anybody?
I don't know if you for that.
I don't know. That I don't know. I don't think you can on one Fox. I think it's just Bitcoin. So,
A few coins like Tron and EOS and a few other are on BitMEX now, but I don't think Dash.
yeah, I don't think not yet. So I don't know. With this one right here, I would probably draw a nice support box. Probably, hold on. So we were here. Let me see. I even like to, when I do my support boxes, I take into account the wicks because they're not saying, like to me, a support and resistance box, it's not saying this is exactly where the price is going to go because it's not a straight line. It's kind of like an estimate. Like essentially the support box or the resistance box will catch, like it's like almost like a target, so it'll catch where your price prediction is. So I take into account, I don't know if that's the right way to do them, but that's how I do them. And I take into account the wicks and stuff. So I'd probably draw it probably down to this low point here. Let me see. Probably just to here for now, just to see where it goes, and then bring it all the way over. So yeah, so we have essentially fallen into the box. And then you can draw a fib to kind of see, and you can draw them upside down, right? Anyway, so if I was to draw the fib upside down, where would I start?
You would start on the right side and pull to the left at the top.
So right here?
So you start on the right side of the chart.
All the way over?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What happens if I just wanted to do like this time frame? Like,
Oh yeah, you can start on the right bottom.
oh, the bottom?
To the left top.
But if I wanted to reverse it, do an upside down one. Like if I wanted to do like from here and I want like to pull it down here.
And see what you got right there?
Yeah.
So you go the other way.
So,
To the left at the top.
Oh.
To the bottom right.
okay, so like this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, okay, I see.
You gotta actually
Reverse.
the corners with one another.
Like-
Because physically you're just flipping it right now.
Mhm.
You gotta actually pull the lines through one another. In other words, the top left corner and the bottom right corner.
Do you want to do it?
Just grab the bottom right.
This?
Grab the bottom right. No, the bottom right. That's your left. Good, there you go. And then pull that to the top left of the chart.
Like, no, that's not working. Let me get rid of the support box. Let me hide it. Okay, so from here,
Yeah, and then go to the bottom left.
like this?
Keep going all the way to the left.
Okay.
And then did that do it?
Yeah, it did.
Is that what you
No.
So then take the top right corner. That's right.
Yeah, I need you to do it because I don't have experience with drawing them.
No worries.
That's what you're here for, right?
Yeah. It's the, wait, I need to use this.
I know, that's the only thing.
So you take the top right and pull it through.
Oh,
Physically, you pull them on opposite sides.
Oh.
Now the numbers flip.
Okay, cool. So that'll give you like your, let me see. And then how would you use, like if you were to draw it reverse like this, how would you use it? Would you say,
Same thing. So
Same thing?
7, 8, 6. And then the other one.
so this one and then, or down here more?
So how we use this one is the same as before, except for the numbers, they're flipped. The only number that's the same is the 0.50.
Oh, I
The other
see.
numbers are the same but reversed. So 0.618 on this chart is the same effect as 0.382.
I see.
But it's upside down. So they're symmetrical, meaning the top all the way to the bottom and the bottom all the way to the top have the same spacing between each bar. It doesn't matter which way it is.
Okay.
So actually I could do fibs without numbers. Because as long as I do the price action, I know if it's going to be support or resistance
Okay.
at the third line, which would be 0.618 from the bottom. Or the third line from the top, which could be 0.618 also.
Okay.
Which is sort of
Yeah, I was doing it different, so probably not the correct way. But yeah, okay.
Such a downtrend, it'd be hard to find
Right.
an in.
Yeah, that's why that's why I do the support boxes, because if it's a project that you like, then oops. then I go by the support boxes, and I do a lot of that, and I go, because we're bottom like what, right here, so I'll go all the way over. And even though, so to me, like even without drawing the fib, because we've entered in the support box, I would probably stack buys like in this area here. I would zoom in and I would draw a bunch of support and support lines, and then I would stack buys all along here for my entry, and then hoping that it will bounce soon, because yeah. But here on, I don't know, on Dash, this is so hard because
How do you determine for you what Satoshi amount to invest as you stack them up? I mean, let's say you found 3 entry points lower than it is now, but you don't know when they'll reach those points. So you just,
or you don't know if they'll ever reach those points.
or if they'll ever reach, but you still place the buys. How do you determine how much to buy?
So me personally, I like, let's say I want to invest $1,000, I just divide it into 5, and I'll do 200 at each point. And I know it's not equal. I mean, because you're getting less coin as far as quantity goes. But I don't want, if it's a project I really like and I don't want to miss out on it, I just do it that way, because in my head I think that it's fair. How do you guys do that when you stack your buys?
So far, I don't trade, I just invest it, so I go all in.
Okay.
Just go for it, because I know I'm just gonna keep it for like at 60 euros.
Yeah,
But
no,
so actually, it doesn't really matter unless I see really like a minus building.
Okay.
It's like plus 30.
Well, that was going to be my question. I think it may depend on the time frame that you're going to place the trade, like how long you're going to be in and out. It's like if you're going to be for only maybe 2 or 3 days because you expect the swing to be in 3 days, that's one way, versus maybe it's like a week long, then maybe it's different. The
Right.
entry, you have to space it out more because you don't know what's going to happen. It's a longer time frame.
Right. Yeah, so that depends too, but I don't know, when I'm trading or even like getting entries, I will set multiple bids, because I don't, if price end up having like a really negative day and price like dumps completely, I will just place super low bids and just wait and see what happens. Yeah. Huh? Essentially, yeah. I mean, sometimes like you can do your TA and you can expect price to like stop at a certain point, but then sometimes too you'll get those really long candles that come down, and you'll be like, darn, I could have got like more of this one coin if I would have just,
All the way.
yeah, and divided things up equally. How do you do yours? Zach? How do you determine like how much on each buy?
I do the same thing. I divide it up equally, but I think it's Satoshis.
Okay.
So I'll say like 0.04.
Yeah.
That'll be the amount, and it'll be on every trade.
Yeah.
Unless I see some FA that makes me feel more excited,
Right.
which will only last for a day or two. Because honestly, as the price goes down, sure I might be buying 0.04, Bitcoin per trade or per buy, but the price of Bitcoin may change drastically.
Right.
By the time it went to that point, I might actually be buying less than whatever, $500, $200 worth of actual value, because the Satoshi changed. With Bitcoin went way up, I'd be buying even more of that.
Right.
So it's cool. Obviously, we all want it to go up, but I do the same. I divide it by. Usually, I don't try to enter or exit in more than 3 or 4 lines of
Mhm.
support and resistance, because unless the market's just super bullish, it doesn't usually break through that many lines.
Right.
It's like 20% maybe, if you're lucky.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I had bought FODA. This was like a month ago, and I got a really good entry on it. And I did like 3 or 4 sell orders. I did like 10, 20, and like 30, but price like ended up pumping like way higher, and I was kind of kicking myself. But at the end of the day, I was like, we're in a bear market. Like, I'm lucky that I got this, this much. Because I didn't anticipate it to pump as hard as it did. I probably should have looked at some of the FA, but I didn't. So it was a good lesson for me also.
So just to piggyback off of what you said, what would be like your market sentiment overall? Like, do you feel like we really tested the bottom, or do you feel like we're still like still the
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now, let me pull up my chart. And I will go to night mode here when I get there. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so this is our, I know it's kind of hard to see because I have so many lines everywhere.
Double click it and then the indicators will-
Okay, cool, but it's not, okay. So right now, like with Bitcoin, we literally, I called this area over here. It literally stopped here really, really, really well. I actually for my Bitcoin chart, I don't use any of the fib supports because I've drawn so many lines on major support areas that I felt were important to me. And it just, for this particular chart, I like the lines that I have because what I've done is I scaled all the way out and I've gone back like here and I drew a really important line. And darn it. Yeah, so I basically zoomed out and I drew these really important support and resistance lines that I felt were important. And then I drew my boxes and all that stuff. Like I have, like this box here. Well, let me answer your question before I start talking about, because I can go on about this forever. Let me look at the indicators on the weekly. It's saying that we're starting to pop, which is great. But I feel like a lot of people are kind of upset about market sentiment, like with the ETFs and stuff. Like I felt like a lot of people thought for some crazy reason that they were going to get approved right away. And I think that that's crazy because it's a government agency. And at the end of the day, anything the government does takes like a million years. So I don't know, like looking at TA, it's telling me the price is going to pop. And it already has started to pop. But we also have really important areas that we need to break. Like even though we did break above this support line here, or this resistance line here, we still have to be able to enter this box and then break this area over here and then go through here. I can see us over the weekend probably, or maybe not even over the weekend, maybe starting Monday, depending, or maybe over the weekend, depending on if there's any crazy news that happens. But I can see us attempting to break into this box just because of where the indicators are, because they are both bottomed out and oversold. So I can see us entering this box. If we're going to cross this line here, I don't see it happening right away. I feel like a lot of people, yes.
Yeah, so as far as like the Bitcoin bottom,
Mm-hmm.
I know this is technical analysis and there's fundamental analysis. Did you guys ever take into consideration the true price that it cost a miner when they close the mining operation to call a bottom? At least in the United States, I can tell you just because they're my clients.
Right.
In Texas, we're profitable at like $6,000. In Montana at about $5,800.
Mm-hmm.
Canada about the same. So this I can tell you just from what I know because they stopped selling to me at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Is that within the 58 to like 62 range, they will stop operations and they will freeze their coins.
Okay.
They will restrict the flow. So that's why it's very difficult. If Bitcoin drops below, we'll just say, the most profitable optimized mine right now, at least in the United States or Canada, $5,600 max.
Mm-hmm.
If it drops below that, they're stopping. They're shutting down and they're not selling their coins.
Right.
So, I don't know if that's fundamental or technical, but
I
don't know if that even reflects there, but I can tell you
It
I know the profitability is between that range.
Okay. It totally doesn't all show you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a question. So 6 months ago, the price of Bitcoin was like, I don't know, let's say 3,000. Is it because of the halving or something happened?
Wait, 3,000?
I don't know what it was, but
3 months ago?
okay, so it was like $1,200.
Yeah,
when that started.
the price of the thing with that is that they buy their equipment, the equipment's based on the price of Bitcoin. So let's say, for example, Bitcoin was 20,000, that little miner right there was like $1,500. Right now it's like $250. They
So
price
it's
the
a
mining
company
equipment,
bidding.
they price it as the price of Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if it costs them $50 to make.
It
The
costs
price of
like-
Bitcoin is $20,000, that miner is $1,500. If the price dropped 80%, yeah. So Yeah, at least I don't know how you call bottom, but I can tell you that Bitcoin will stop going from the miners to the exchanges or the OTC desk. Once it reaches 62 or 58, we're done. They stop.
This is why you guys have to subscribe to my channel, because we get all this really cool information at these meetups.
Yeah, no problem. So I don't know how it works technical, I don't know if it's fundamental. This is just mechanics. If you're dropping to 55, they all shut down and Bitcoin stops working.
I'm like really excited about this because I want to show you something on the chart.
Yeah, because I don't know what it looks like there. I'm curious.
So, okay. So
Basically,
I'm super excited about this right now.
They shut down the lines and there's people not computing. So now the difficulty is so high. So now everything comes to a screeching halt, the transactions slow down, and all of a sudden no new coins are in circulation.
Mass adoption to another coin.
So everything kind of screeches to a halt until eventually the whatever's coming out that they're liquidating on the open market stops and there's zero new coins in circulation. It will stop. So
It won't ever stop starting.
no, like what happens is that the difficulty rate is so high and a block technically actually take longer than 10 minutes and there's a sudden change where the price dropped from 7,000 to 4,000 overnight. I'm sorry, we're going to see everything freeze up like March time. And then there'll be a few miners who were in some other country that was profitability is still okay, but now it's up to them to find that block. And basically what they're doing is that they're randomly picking numbers and they have to find a number that starts with like 13 zeros. So now if it's only 20% of the miners that are doing this instead of 100% of them, it's going to take them much, much longer. So people just stop. So I don't know what that looks like. I'm curious.
I'm going to show you. I'm super excited. Okay. Does anybody want to comment or add on to that?
I just think that was a really intuitive approach because I've done a lot of research on core, like miners and Bitcoin, and I haven't read that before. I haven't even seen that in the chat, so it's really glad we share that with things.
Yeah, because I actually had USD on the sidelines, but when I saw Bitcoin at 6,100, I emptied my savings account and I bought a bunch of Bitcoin today. Because I know that it's getting to that threshold where they're about to shut down their mines and it took up to 65 right away and they stopped. They restricted the flow. That was the only insight I had.
If you're mining in a place that doesn't get any, doesn't pay for electricity, then pretty much mining is free, right?
Yeah, but there's only so many places you plug into a you know what I mean? It's a geothermal. And then when you get to countries where the electricity is cheap, a lot of people think that it's not possible to mine in the U.S., but it's actually okay because you pay a little less in taxes if you're doing bribes in other countries. So if you're in China, if you're in Costa Rica or whatever, that seems a little better. So even though technically on paper it looks like the electricity is like practically free, you have to bribe the government and have anything more taxes. It's actually pretty profitable right now.
Yes.
I mean, listening to Ernesto, part of me thinks they do EAO. That seems like FA, because,
Yeah, I don't know what you call it.
hold on one second. Part of me thinks that it's like irrelevant because 95% of people who send Bitcoin or buy something with Bitcoin, they are not thinking about its transactability, its speed, or really even very often the transaction fee for mining. On the other hand, it kind of goes back to what you said, we don't really think about it critically, that 1,500 level or something. None of the OTC huge whales will invest in it. So it's a huge deal because the whales won't be here if it drops below profitability for the miner.
Yeah. Okay, so what I wanted to comment on about, you said 60, what did you say?
61 to 58 depends on what state.
Okay, so the reason why those numbers are really important to me is we can see, so we had this huge, beautiful pump in January, December, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that happened. But if you notice, when we had our first major drop, and I want to really touch on this, when we had the first major drop, and it occurred in, I actually remember the day it occurred, I remember what I was doing, but it occurred on 2/6. We had the drop down to, we touched like 5,800. We literally stopped at 5,800, or sorry, I think it touched all the way down to 5,827. Yeah, so
I
that,
don't even know that. I don't even look at the charts.
yeah. That's why-
I was shutting down at 58, you're not getting any coin.
That's why I was so excited when you brought that up, because it's really cool, because it all plays into support and resistance levels. So price literally stopped there, and then it bounced back up, and then obviously like we've been in a bear market. But if you look at all the lows that we have, like this low over here, this line right here, this is 64, so that's another low that we had, but then price popped back up. And obviously like we have the TA, and the TA is there to support it, but it's really kind of interesting to see both of these at play, because we have TA supporting it, and then we have these really emotional numbers, these emotional levels that are happening and that are there. So we had that happen. And then here, this was like 5,800, 5,864 was another low. And then we have another low here that was at 61.67. And then obviously this other low here. Yeah, this was another low here at 61.67, like 60. All these numbers that I'm saying, guys, this is approximate. But yeah, so it's really interesting that you say that about mining, because we're seeing this on the chart that price is literally stopping there, and then it's popping up. And the cool thing about it is with TA, like we stopped, where do I want to show? So we stopped here, which was down here, and we see a bear cross on the chart, and we see the price pop back up on the Stoch RSI. So we have the FA that's there, and then we have the TA that's able to support it. And we can even see it down here, because we're all the way down right here, and then we see a pop up on the RSI. And another thing too, we see a Bollinger Band pinch, and anytime there's a Bollinger Band pinch and the two candle butts or a candle start to pinch down violently on it like this, we get another dramatic increase up in price. So that information that you gave us along with using TA, it's kind of important, because anytime we see that we're going to get a draw, like anytime we're seeing that we're getting TA that's going to tell, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Anytime we're reviewing our indicators and we're seeing that we're going to get a drop, it might be a safe bet to look at those, draw your support and resistance lines, and see where price is reacting, because price is reacting really, really well to those areas. Yes?
Is there an upper threshold that a miner can handle, like if the machine bursts in flames, if there's too many?
I mean, there's so many of them out there. I just know that.
This is on, I'm like, this is live.
Depending on what state they're in or what country, it's within that range, you're shutting down. And then all of a sudden, the weight's on the other mines and everyone stops out. So there's no new coin in circulation.
So yeah.
Really, it's hard to understand how those are reconnected in real life, but obviously they are somewhere behind the scenes. What transactions the miners choose to validate on the blockchain?
Like right now, it's a huge opportunity. If you were sitting on cash and you wanted to actually buy a mine, you're getting it at like a 70% discount that you would have got it 3 months ago, and this is going to go up. So there's mines out there that are for sale that are like, that are already at this price level, cash flowing about 25%. And if you have the cash, you can buy it right now, it's only 25% at these prices.
Oh, wow.
Because they just got jacked with lower prices, they bought high equipment, and you can just go in right now and stand them all up.
Where do I sign up? Where do I sign up? Where can I get it?
No, I'm just saying, it's like, it's crazy, it's just someone else's loss, but just like we haven't sell, miners haven't sell the facilities.
That's, yeah.
So that's out there right now.
So I just want to read the definition of support. It's a bunch of information I got from stock charts, and I want to see if it like resonates with anybody as far as these drops and stuff like that, and with the information that Ernesto is saying. So I'm just going to read a couple of the bullet points I made. So with support, demand level that frequently stops price from breaking below. Per stock charts, as price gets closer to support, price declines and buyers want to buy at the lower levels, and sellers then do not want to sell as easy because they will start to see price rise. Thus, demand beats supply, and price will bounce or reach closely to support levels. If support doesn't hold, that means, okay, so that wouldn't make sense here, but also price will sometimes dip past support lines. Okay, that's my thing. But yeah, so they're basically saying that we're seeing price drop and people want to buy, but then once sellers see that, you know, people are buying like crazy, they're not eager to sell as much, because they're like, okay, well, if they want to buy, then why I should probably hold on to it and wait to sell at a later time. So that's what, so with support and resistance, and then it's vice versa with resistance lines. But so that's what's happening at these support levels is we're seeing all these dramatic like red candles there, and people, they're selling, but then the seller, or they're buying, and the sellers are seeing that. They're like, screw this, I'm not gonna sell at this price, I'm gonna wait. And so then they'll do it at the next, for some reason it always happens at the next resistance level or whatever. But it kind of coincides with what you're saying is because these miners are they'll shut their stuff down. So all these factors go together, like the FA behind it with the miners, and then the TA, because we're seeing, like when we get a nasty drop here, we're seeing like with the stochastic RSI, we're seeing a straight up like bear cross. We're seeing that price is that these lines are crossing and they're making a sell signal. Yeah. All the major drops. All the major drops are literally, like I showed you these lines, like these are lines that I've drawn from previous supports, but since we've had the drop and we've been in the bear market, price is not going below like 58, 47 or 58, whatever, and then 61. Like it'll touch there and you'll see these wicks or whatnot, but then it's not going below, it's staying. And it's responding really, really, really well to support, to the laws of support. I guess they're laws, I don't know, to support and resistance. So that's why I don't know, support and resistance lines are super important to me because price reacts so well to them. That's where I get my targets, that's where I get my entry. Like, it's crazy. Yes?
Maybe there is a grid or some sort of thing you could exchange with Ernesto and his miner guys, because maybe miners have an excessive profitability and success rate in transaction mining at certain prices to up the middle instead of down the bottom at the top. I also, I never thought of this before, but it makes me think like, if Bitcoin were to not have the miners, would Bitcoin perform consensus and join another blockchain to be a different algorithm that, I mean, literally you could sort of validate it interoperably with another chain because they could still do consensus. And when's the last time Bitcoin had an announcement other than the Lightning Network?
Right.
Do you ever hear Bitcoin announcements? Andreas Antonopoulos loves it, but is there ever announcements about Bitcoin?
The ETF.
The Bitcoin other than influx of money from news about the shitcoins.
Well, the ETFs were like, even though it wasn't coming from Bitcoin, but it was essentially like it's news about it. And that's, I mean, to me, that's bullish news for Bitcoin.
I mean, yay, there's a thing for accredited investors, which I'm not, so they can margin trade, which I can on the CBOE, which I wouldn't be able to be verified on.
Right.
Which is not helpful for a guy who's just a normal investor.
It's not helpful for this, but isn't an ETF, isn't it like a combined fund, kind of like a mutual fund where you can go to your 401k dude and be like, hey, I want to invest in Bitcoin ETFs. So essentially you can, but not on the level that all these other people with big money are doing, right? So like that would be pretty cool, like if I ever decide to get another real job, which I hope I never have to, but it would be cool if I can like pick I'm like, oh, I want 15% of my stuff to go into Bitcoin. So.
The one thing I can say is that, honestly, I mean, all I know is from my own little bubble, whatever I work on, but who are the ones spreading the most spread? The banks, the governments, right? The most spread. They're saying everything bad. I have invoices for large blocks for banks and governments like Bitcoin. It's in the best interest. I believe, only because of what I'm looking at, what I deal with in my own business, is that they're spreading all that FUD, they're scooping up the bottoms, while they're kicking people off their bank accounts for competing against them. They're buying the most blockchain patents, and they're scooping up everything. I know that for a fact. So, I mean, go back in history. What happened with the gold? What happened in the Great Depression? It was all fake news. People panicked everyone. Everyone sold. They scooped up the bottom, and all of a sudden, Bitcoin's going to reach $1 million after he said it was horrible. There was a huge, massive fake news campaign to drop the price down. I have invoices. The banks are money. So I'm just telling you, it's like, this is...
That's what the ETF was all about, bro. They were pumping up. They were promising this ETF, and everybody got in. Oh my God, we're going to have ETF. And then they just...
Heck yeah, they can. They got money.
They're just
Like
it's an opportunity.
a month ago, a guy I never heard of, which other people know know about him is, regardless of what you think about him, his name is Tika Tiwari. He became pretty popular the other week because he did a webinar with Lynn Beck. And they basically had a discussion about exactly that. He talked about the timelines of the last couple of years and exact points news came out regarding things with XRP, for example, that for the market was super bearish. That's exactly when the big guys were buying. And then the reverse of that happened too. So they are not afraid to use the news cycle, like the wave cycle, like we do with TA, but they do it with the news in FA, and then that's when they allow their investors to pop in.
Right.
They do it on purpose.
Yeah, they missed the
Because it
boat,
works.
and they're trying to catch up, and they're just making fools out of all of us.
And XRP.
Not me, because I'm not
Not all
selling.
of us,
I'm not
but-
selling ish,
The
okay?
guys that are buying at 20 and selling at the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe all that's winning that sucks, but I would be going the opposite.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I mean, I lost. I ended
It's
up.
okay, you buy at 20, if you got an opportunity right now, cost that.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a maybe you. Maybe Ernesto. Maybe next meetup you can talk about cost averaging.
Oh, that's Ken.
Oh, Ken?
Ken taught me about that.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it really quick before we end, Ken? Does anybody know what cost averaging is? Yeah. Okay. You do. Okay. All right. Just kidding. Okay.
I'm not so disciplined, I just got lucky, but Ken's a disciplined.
Yeah. No. Ken is like got all kinds of really great information.
That's the simplest way of investing is just to, break up all, the chunk of money that you're putting in little sections, and then just put it in every so often, depending on what you want to do, like once a week or something. And no matter what, just put it in, like $100 once a week, every same time. Don't try to time it because, if you're not experienced, you don't know how to do that. You don't know how to read all this stuff, understand that. That's just a beginner's way of doing it. And then once you get good at this kind of stuff, then start, maybe with a portion of your portfolio do this, and start trying to time it, and understand the indicators and stuff.
So when you use to automate things, how do you automate that?
Oh, we're gonna
I don't automate it, manual. You do it right now.
The only one I know of is Coinbase.
Yeah, Coinbase can do that.
And
Oh, they're not-
right, and the Circle app, if you want to contribute to Circle.
What about you guys? Don't use Gemini, and you go and said no. Okay.
I haven't used it in a while, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you can do.
You can.
Automatic returning on there?
You can sell or buy orders.
You can.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like, what I do on my Coinbase, I just buy every week, doesn't matter what the price is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I try to get people to do that, just make it automatic so you don't have to think about it. It's just like, your 401k, when you're at work, they just automatically take it out of your paycheck, same amount, you just set it and it goes for a whole year. You don't have to.
That's what I do now.
It's the same thing.
If I had my wish, somebody would develop, and any developers listening,
Come on.
could develop an app or a tool that allows me to store my coins on my ledger and then automatically trigger them on an interval recurring, pulling it from the ledger, depositing it on an exchange, and placing a buy order.
You let me ask Beyond, right?
What?
Does it let me ask Beyond? Does it pull out?
Yeah, but I want to happen automatically, so I don't have to get anything out of the.
Ken, you got a project? No.
On every Thursday night at 8 p.m.
All right.
Because dollar cost averaging is super smart, and nobody ever really does it because you have to do
And
it.
it's the same thing on the way out, right? You were telling me, like, if you're gonna pull out, don't pull it all at once, then you're gonna pull out X amount every week.
Or go into one of these stable coins too, which you won't have all the expenses of going out because that costs a higher percentage to turn it back into US dollars. So if you go into a stable coin, then you will avoid most of that.
Oh, yeah. That's something that's balanced better about it here. I do it all the time. If I need to move more than a couple $100 in crypto somewhere,
Mhm.
if I want to exchange in another location,
Uh-huh.
I always buy Ethereum real quick.
Really?
And I send it into Ethereum. I don't ever send Bitcoin on anywhere.
Right.
I just always use Ethereum as the vessel because it's faster and it has a 36
Right.
cheaper. So
What-
the transaction cost is tiny.
I used to go back in the peak in December, I would convert everything to Doge. And I would send it in Doge.
Yeah.
Because it was 2 Doge. And it was way cheaper. Yeah, 2 Doge to send out.
What about Bitcoin Cash?
Oh.
I did notice XLM.
XML? Uh-huh.
Stellar is amazingly low transaction cost.
Oh.
And it's fast.
I might have to do that.
So I don't know, because if we look at the top 20 Stellar is still cheaper.
Right.
You can buy a lot.
I got a moon bag of Stellar.
I don't have any use case for it because I don't pay.
All right. Is there any more questions, or do you want me to go over anything really quick?
Does anybody use Verge.io?
What? Verge.io? Purse? Yeah, you can buy stuff.
I thought you use it and then you get 20% off Amazon.
So that's actually Roger Ver's company.
Huh?
That's Roger Ver's company. So you buy stuff in Bitcoin Cash on First.io, you get 20 to 25% discount on your gift card. So you can get an Amazon gift card for 25% off.
Yeah.
You can buy a gift card.
You guys can buy gift cards on the ATM at Coin or at Cryptospace.
Money remittance, pay your bills, all kinds of stuff.
Okay, before I turn the live stream off, any other questions, comments, or concerns?
Do you know anything about that? Maybe I'm wrong about the name. BAKKD. That
Do you know?
you heard about that? That's supposed to come like in November.
I think they're still trying to build it.
They're still trying. Like,
I think they pulled it off like a few people.
yeah.
Hey, we're gonna have futures. Well, how long were you working on that?
Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off here. So thank you for tuning in to the meetup at Cryptospace. This is not financial advice. Always make sure you do your own research. I hope to see you guys next time. Actually, next week will be my last meetup here for a minute because I'm going to start school and I'll be announcing and talking about that a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. And camera dude, make me stop streaming.
Where do I push it?
I don't know. Woo!
I push the center, it's still running. I don't know, I push the center and just like.
Still says live.
Yeah, it still says live. Is that-
X. Are you sure you want to stop? Yes.